If you're ready to do a challenge, don't just fumble with it. Get to work with Pedro. If anybody knows me, I endorse very few people, but I got the chance to meet Pedro. I know his depth of caring, and I know his depth of knowledge, and I know his depth of results. When you combine those three, you're ready to do a challenge, he's your guy.
500 people joined that challenge with no Facebook ads, with no funnel, with no following, with no email list. That challenge went on to do $3,000. $3,000. And I'm telling y'all, I'm being so honest. I had three things. I had a cell phone, I had a PayPal link, and I had a Facebook group. So since then, I've went on to do $20,000 in 12 days, and now I've done over $100,000.
We had 450 people join the challenge in just like 5 days, and we converted over 10% of people who were in the challenge into a $2,000 offer on the back of the challenge.
The results that I've seen have been so incredible, and I created about $600,000 in revenue over the course of the challenge, plus the live event, etc. And so it was a $600+ launch, and I'm so excited that I get to live my purpose and my passion and support other people to allow their passion to come through them as well.
It's been a great model. We have found a whole tribe of people that we stay connected to because of the challenge model, and we're thrilled. Our life has changed. We're super happy about it.
You guys, those of you who are listening, you truly have someone who cares about you deeply and cares about your success and knows the path to get there.
Appreciate you and so proud of you, and just fun watching everything you've accomplished in such a short period of time. It's really, really inspiring, and I hope your people all realize how good of hands they're in with you as their leader. So you're awesome, man.
But guys, I'm telling you right now, who can you love? Because if you can love them deeper, harder than anyone else is willing to, you will win in that market, you will win in that niche, and you can actually be the leader and the number one company, the number one movement, the number one movement-based business, because love will lead you into doing all the right things at the right times, and it is the number one most unfair advantage you can have over anybody else, and that is to have a deep, heartfelt ability to love more and love deeper.
Movement makers, it is day 3. How many of you are stoked to be here today? Day 3 is going to be super powerful today. We're really diving into the nitty gritty. So make sure you are tagging all of your friends to be here with you right now. I want to see the comments start lighting up with all of the people who you have met in this challenge, who you guys have been interacting with and bonding and forming community with, because not only is today going to be crazy valuable content, I'm going to keep my part short because of that. We have Pedro ready to come on. But today, Pedro is giving away an iPhone 12. How many of you would like to win this iPhone 12, this camera? Like, guys, this makes stellar videos, stellar pictures. It's amazing. It is amazing, and you are going to want one. So I'm going to pop over here to the comments really quick. Say, that's me. I want an iPhone 12. I'm in it to win it. I'm ready to go this morning, guys. This is going to be awesome. Fire content training, iPhone 12, and then, because Pedro, let me just, our team likes to have a little bit of fun. Let me show you guys this. This is who your coach is. You have Pedro Adao and Gangsta P. And this guy, not only does he want to show up for a week, giving you fire content, giving you the chance to win a 2-day workshop, a Vibe screen, all these other giveaways. Today, he's giving away an iPhone 12 and his #1 best-selling Crush It with Challenges course. That's a $2,000 course. People pay hard, cold money for, and he's giving one of them away today at the end of the call. So make sure you guys are staying engaged, that you are on, that you are ready to go. I'm going to throw up this phone number. If you have not make sure you are texting movement to this number, because as soon as we bring on Pedro, we're giving away an iPhone 12. And you have to be in this text thread to win. So, who is ready to help me welcome on Pedro Adao? I just have to. Pedro Adao, an 8-figure marketer, the creator of Crush It with Challenges, which everyone wants, and your Gangsta P.
What is up, everybody? Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to day 3 of the Movement Maker Challenge. First of all, I'm having a great time with you guys. Hopefully you're enjoying this as much as I'm enjoying doing it for you. My team and I love showing up and serving entrepreneurs just like you in these challenges. And so hopefully you're getting massive value and having a little bit of fun along the way. Now, today, so let's go back. Monday, day 1, I was crazy excited. Guys, you gotta understand, like, this has been like a year in the making, right? Crazy excited, brought a lot of passion, a lot of energy. And to kick off the thing on day 1, talking about what is a movement and why would you want to have a movement-based business. Then yesterday, brought the energy back down a little bit, started talking about the power of micro-niching. Today, we're going to actually now get into how to actually create a movement-based business, how to involve movement-based messaging, and you're going to see the micro niche take a lot more shape today. So if you were a little bit struggling yesterday with like, oh, what's my micro niche? I'm going to help you guys get even more clarity on this training right here in the next hour, with getting you clarity on your micro niche, and I can begin thinking about movement-based messaging, so that when I start to break down what is a challenge and how to begin to design your very first challenge live with me tomorrow, you're going to be able to make massive progress. Guys, I have literally been blessed to have trained thousands and thousands of people on how to crush challenges. We've done dozens of Crush It with Challenges 2-day workshops, and I have the only challenge-based mastermind that I'm aware of on the planet, with over 400 people in that. So let me tell you this. We know a lot about what makes challenges successful and have explosive growth, and why some challenges just kind of struggle and stumble along. So we want to serve you with that information. So Holly, I know we were just giving folks a few extra minutes to text in movement. Let's give away an iPhone 12 Pro, because guys, why are we giving this away? Well, first of all, I think it's an amazing phone. But second of all you need to run a challenge, all you need to launch your movement-based business, all you need to get started in this incredible opportunity of leading and serving and earning revenue online today is a smartphone with a camera and a free private Facebook group. Literally, that's all you need to start this. We've had so many of our students didn't have a funnel, didn't have ads, didn't have assistants, didn't have all the things, had a great challenge idea, following our frameworks, had a phone, had a Facebook profile, made a free Facebook group, and boom. That's how they made their first $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 that put them in the game. So Holly, let's give away this brand new iPhone 12 Pro. This is not the small one. This is the 12 Pro, because I want you guys to be professionals at what you do in every single way. So Holly, let's give this thing away, because I want to get into some training, because I got some stuff to share.
Yeah, so we have thousands and thousands of people over here, and I am randomly selecting Elizabeth Cole, Elizabeth Cole from Orlando, Florida. I'm going to text you, and if you haven't responded to me by the end of the call, we will redraw. We want to make sure that you're on live and present. So congratulations on your brand new iPhone 12.
Yeah, congratulations, Liz. Hopefully you're watching, going to be on live to win. And at the end of this training, I'm going to give one of you is going to win my comprehensive signature training program, Crush It with Challenges. It's well over $5,000 of value. Everything you need to know how to design, run, and then scale your challenge-based business so you can crush it is in this comprehensive program. I'm going to give one of you guys is going to win that today. That's our $5,000 plus signature program. But right now, let's rock and roll. Who's ready? Who's ready? Let me see that you're ready to go, because I want to share my screen. I want to share my screen, guys. I want to just get right to it this morning, because, guys, I got to catch a flight. I am off to Florida. We are starting. This is a kind of a crazy thing. I would not recommend this for your first, well, depends on how you're doing it. But I would not recommend typically starting a challenge on one coast and then finishing it on another coast. But I'm kind of crazy. I'm the challenge guy, so I had to kind of do stuff that is a little bit unconventional, as they say. So we are going to be literally running out of here, catching a plane at 12, flying over to Palm Beach to be with Dean Graziosi, Tony Robbins, Russell Brunson, Pete Vargas, Lewis Howes, a bunch of other impact leaders and entrepreneurs for a private mastermind. And I'm going to be bringing you guys with me in some really cool ways. So I'm stoked about that. So let us just remember a few things, guys, because we've been building momentum this entire time. You have been, well, how many guys will tell me you've been learning, like, how many of you are already acknowledging that you've learned so much in the last 2 days? Let me see some fire or some hearts, or maybe like some mind-blown emojis. If you've already had your mind blown a couple times in the last 2 days. And that's awesome. And yet some of you are actually learning a lot more than you realize. And today we're going to start to put that together, because sometimes when you're building something, you're like, man, I'm putting this thing together. Actually, my pastor made a really good analogy this past Sunday. He talked about going to IKEA. And you go to IKEA and you buy this big old bookshelf, and it comes in a real small box. And then you start building this thing and you're like, what the heck is this thing? Like, but at some point as you're building it, all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, I kind of can see the bookshelf is coming together. Today is that moment for many of you where we've been building this thing with you for the last couple of days and still does not look like much. Today is the day you're going to begin to see, like, oh, I can see it now, Pedro. Today is the day you're going to see your movement-based business emerging right before your eyes. So with that, let's go, guys. I'm excited to be here. We've done 47 profitable challenges in a row. This is how we've built not one, not two, but 3 multiple 7-figure movement-based businesses in different niches, and how we've scaled to 8 figures in just our second full year, and how, more importantly, how I get to impact tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of entrepreneurs all across the world while making a pretty awesome living. And I want to help you do the same thing, because every one of us can do this if we have the right skill sets and we have the right frameworks and we're willing to apply ourselves and serve. So let's go. Okay. All right, guys. So Pedro, a couple of reminders. Pedro, I still feel stuck. Well, first of all, let me tell you how you can immediately get unstuck. I talked about this on Monday. If you are feeling stuck at any point, some of you got stuck yesterday because you're like, oh, Pedro, I don't know what my micro niche should be. Or, oh, guys, there's going to be a temptation, or there's going to be a possibility for you to feel stuck at different points along the way. Here's how you can get out of ever feeling stuck. Acknowledge that it's a feeling. Hey, I'm feeling this way. Doesn't mean I have to be this way. And second, just make a decision. If the reason why you're stuck and you're not moving is because you have probably become unwilling to make the next decision. So if you and I are unwilling to make the next decision, which then allows us to take the next step in the action, then by definition, we are stuck because we have stopped. So this is the way, if you're getting in your head, like, I feel stuck, don't worry about it. Make a decision, make the next decision, the one you've been avoiding, the one that makes you scared, the one that you're afraid of getting wrong. Make it anyways. Make the best decision you can make with the information you have now and take immediate action. This is the 1-2 punch for never staying stuck long. You guys feeling that? All right, so there you go. I just gave you the cure to being stuck right there. And you can, this is the medicine. This is the I'm stuck medicine. You can take this medicine as often as you need. You can't overdose on this. Okay. The second thing I want to remind you guys, remember, in the business, in the game of movement making, you must be willing to use your gifts, your talents, your skill sets. You're going to have to use your armor to win this battle. You're not going to succeed as a movement maker trying to be someone else, talk like someone else, imitate someone else, trying to use someone else's armor in that battle. I encourage, and you've heard this before, you know, all the cliche things, there's only one you, and, you know, there's all those cliche-isms, but guys, they're all those cliche-isms because they're true. So I'm going to always remind you that you have what it takes to do this. There's things inside of you that are worth being brought forward. Your personality is not an accident. Who you are is not an accident. Your past experiences are not an accident. Those are all there to serve you in serving people through the unique vessel that you are. Not everyone's going to connect to everybody. We're not each of us are all called to the same people. So you're going to have to embrace your uniqueness, your individuality. And guys, and let me just say this. A huge part of that journey for me was I had to just stop judging myself. I had to stop being so critical of myself. I had to stop judging myself for the things I wasn't good at. And I had to learn how to celebrate and embrace the things I was really, really good at. So now, guys, just to be very real about this, and this is kind of like a little side point, is I pretty much now really only do the things I'm good at. And I've either found amazing people to hire and get help from amazing people at areas I'm weak in. So yes, there's growth opportunities. Yes, there's areas of my life where I am growing in that maybe wasn't a strength, but for the most part, I am all in on my strengths, my unique abilities. And I stopped judging myself for things I sucked at. And a little side thing, one thing that helped me do that was this thing called the Kolbe test. So there's this thing called this Kolbe, Kolbe. It tells you what kind of person you are. And in terms of not so much personality profiling, but how do you view the world? How do you solve problems? And I'm a quick start. And I realized that, hey, I'm a quick start, and that's just who I am, and that's how I operate. And so it helped me get over a lot of self-judgment and even some self-loathing to let me kind of just take the next step. So that was just a little freebie there for you. But all right, guys, let's go. Let's get into this movement-based business must-haves. A little recap. Remember, all movements, whether it's a social movement, whether it's political movement, no matter what it is, all movements have a future-based cause. There's this cause that you are championing. There's this cause. There's this future state outcome that you are leading people into. You are verbalizing, you're articulating it, you're using your words to create worlds. Words create worlds. You are speaking into existence this future state that you are willing and willing and able to take people into. All movements, social, political, business, whatever, have this about them. They're taking a stand for something. They're taking a stand against other things. They're usually pushing against the status quo. They're usually pushing against the norm. It's not the conventional wisdom. It's not the mainstream opinions of the masses. You're cutting against the grain. You're going a different direction, which is exactly what you need to stand out. The biggest problem today for most entrepreneurs, Pedro, how am I supposed to stand out in the crowd with all of these ads and other much more well-established brands? Here's how you do it. Movements are focused on eliminating and solving a problem. They have been able to articulate a well-defined dissatisfaction with the status quo, with what's going on today. And movements, powerful movements, give people a new identity. We're going to talk about that more today. I saw some questions. Pedro, what does that mean? I'm going to go over that again today. What is the new identity, this new opportunity, the new identity, this new possibility that you are giving for the people that you're looking to lead and serve with your business? Here we go. So then we talked about micro niching yesterday, and we're going to really get into this a little bit deeper. We used some examples. I showed you examples from my life, from all three of our businesses. I showed you examples from Jolly Dumas. But today we're going to go deeper on that. And today we're going to also begin to talk about how micro niching makes it so much easier for you to start to put together your movement-based messaging. How once you have a micro niche, it's so much now easier to know what words to put in front of them. Okay, so all right, guys. Now I have learned a ton about this concept of movement-based messaging from my man Russell Brunson, who is going to be live with us in this challenge. Could be tomorrow, could be Friday, could be Saturday. Don't know. We're going to meet up we're all meeting up tomorrow. In Palm Beach, Florida. So we'll lock up the calendars. But guys, you're going to hear from Russell himself. Russell's the founder of ClickFunnels and author of one of my favorite, probably if not my favorite marketing book. It's top 3 for me, Expert Secrets. And he talked about how to create a mass movement. And he did this with ClickFunnels. And he's helped now lots of other people do it too. And Russell says that to have a mass movement, you must have these 3 elements. 1, you must have a charismatic leader, an attractive character. Guess who that is? Guess who that is? Pull out your mirror or go look in the mirror. That is you. You are the leader of the movement. You are because it's your company, it's your business. Or if you're an intrapreneur and you're working for a company, maybe you're on the marketing team, or maybe you're the number 2, number 3 person at your company, then you're supporting a charismatic leader. But every movement must have a leader to identify with. And companies are seeing this, and that's why you see companies creating fictitious. That's why you got Geico, the lizard, right? And then what do we have? We got Flow, with Progressive has Flow. And then Jake from State Farm. Guys, why are these massive billion-dollar boring insurance companies creating these characters? Because they know that we need to identify with something, a person, a character, not just a company. Here you go. Here's the future-based cause. We talked about that already. And then the third thing is, what is the new opportunity? What is the change, the new shift, the new possibility on how you're going to help take people there? So guys, today we're going to dig deeper into some of these things today. So movements are about moving. You're moving people from some place to a better place. You're moving people from where they are to where they want to be. It's that simple. So your micro niche, which I say that is your who. I believe you have a who. I believe each of us has a who. Each of us has a who, a group of people that we are uniquely gifted, equipped, and called and prepared to serve if we are willing to step into that service. So your micro niche, your who, they are here. They are here. They are stuck. They are problem aware, and they're looking for help. That is an ideal who. An ideal who has a problem. They are aware of this problem, and they actually want help. That's the best kind of who and micro niche to be working with. Because if they're not aware of the problem, now you have to do what? Educate them. Now you have to run education and training and and that takes time, guys. That takes money. A lot of work. So try and identify the problem that your micro niche is the most aware of already and actually want help. And then there's you. Dun, da, da, da. Dun, da, da, da. Right? Now, again, you're not their savior. You're not this is not about becoming codependent and trying to be the hero and, this is not about having a messiah complex, but you're here to lead and serve. So you show up on the scene, you grab their attention. Why and how? By putting specific messaged language, by speaking to them specifically, by calling them out by name, right? Right? Frustrated internet marketer, comma, right? Stressed out homeschool mom, comma. You're going to see some of these, but the reason why you can get in front of them is because you're going to call them out by name. It's like when you're walking through a crowd of people, and if someone yells your name, if it's noisy, you're walking through let's say it's just noisy. You're walking through a noisy mall or a crowded area, and someone yells your name, Sarah. You're going to hear, if your name is Sarah, you're going to hear that word cut to the noise. You're going to stop and look around. Who's calling my name? One of the most powerful things about having a micro niche is you can then call them by their name. And you know what the most powerful thing is? The thing that we hear the most? Our name. So there you are. You show up. You're the leader. And you're going to lead them through a process because you have a proven path. You have a proven path, not your first rodeo. You've been there, done it, got the t-shirt, hello. And you're taking them into a promise. You're giving them that promised future state, that promised future cause state. You're solving their problem and the result is achieved. Guys, all movements are about this. Guys, keep it simple. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. I'm drinking from my Mickey Mouse cup. Walt Disney knew this. Attractive character, Mickey Mouse. Make it simple. The happiest place on earth. Boom. That's worked out pretty good for the Disney family and corporation. Attractive character, Mickey Mouse. From what? From their life today, from their life now, which may be not all amazing, to what? To the happiest place on earth. Hey, leave your home, leave where you are, and come visit us for a few days at the happiest place on earth. Pedro, this place has really long lines. I know. Pedro, this place sometimes is in very hot locations where it's very hot. You're sweating. I know. And you have to walk like 85 miles. I know. And the food is good, but very overpriced. I know. And the merchandise, my God. And Pedro, this does not sound like the happiest place on earth. Well, I don't know, but they pulled that off. Walt Disney pulled that off. They've gotten us to think that the happiest place on earth can still have long lines, unbearably hot weather, overpriced merchandise and food. And it's working out so good. So far, so good. Obviously, Corona put a little chink, put a little dent in the plans. But all right, guys, let's talk about guys. This has been around for a long time. Let's go old school. Remember Moses? I mean, you can't get more old school than Moses. My God, problem. The people of Israel, they were enslaved to the Egyptians, like real slavery, like real bondage. Here comes Moses. Let my people go. Right? Moses didn't think he was qualified because he had a stuttering problem and all these things, but yet he was the man for the job. He was uniquely qualified because he actually he was raised in the palace. Okay, enough on that. So Moses, leader of the movement, leads them out of Egypt, out of bondage, out of slavery. He provides the path. He's the leader to what? The promised land, freedom in the land flowing of milk and honey. My question to you today is, what promised land flowing with milk and honey are you leading your micro niche, your who, into? Because once we get that figured out, guys, when tomorrow shows up and I teach you this challenge framework, you're gonna see why I've done 47 challenges in a row successfully. Because literally, once you get clear on these very simple concepts about the problem that you're solving, the path you're offering, and the promised outcome you can deliver, your life and your business are going to accelerate so fast, it'll make your head spin. And that's what's happened for us and some of our students. Okay, clarity is power. So today, guys, here we go. I'm going to help you guys now nail this down. So here we go. And Holly, I'm sure the worksheet's been dropped, but if not, drop that. So this is what I want you guys to start to think about. Because when tomorrow we're working on your challenge, this is going to be imperative for you having an amazing first or next challenge. I help. And I love with Clubhouse. Clubhouse has really shown people the importance of having this one sentence down. Because on Clubhouse, the etiquette on Clubhouse is, hey guys, Pedro Adeo speaking here. I am the challenge guy. I help entrepreneurs launch, grow, and scale profitably, very quickly online by crushing it with challenges. And my question is, boom, guys, that's how Clubhouse is working right now. When you ask a question or you get on a room, you can say your name. They give you one sentence to tell people what you do and how you do it. And then boom, my question is, so this is the elevator pitch. This is your business card. If you don't have this handy, you're costing yourself a lot. So I help. Who do you help? That's your micro niche. Well, Pedro, I don't have one, but you can have one today because it's all about serving. Anyone can serve. The greatest people on earth are servants. I help who achieve what? Guys, here is the framework. It's the who's your micro niche? What do you help them achieve? What outcome do you help them get? What problem do you help them solve? I help entrepreneurs launch, grow, or scale their companies profitably, insanely fast by crushing it with challenges. That's what I do. What do? I help, write that down, achieve. What problem do you solve? And this is where a lot of entrepreneurs lack clarity. Oh, Pedro, I just help people find their purpose and have more energy, just feel better about themselves, and overall have a better holistic life. That's not going to work. What do you mean, Pedro? Isn't it good to have a holistic, well-balanced life and have more energy? Yes, those are all great things, but that's not going to resonate. Everyone says that stuff. It's not going to cut through the noise. It's not specific. It's too vague. It's too bland. It's lukewarm. And the third step is how. I help these people. I help entrepreneurs who achieve massive success online with challenges. There we go. That would be mine. That's mine for Crush It with Challenges. This is your thing, your product. Some of you have Pedro, this will not work for me because I'm in an MLM and we sell supplements. Well, what do those supplements do? Are they going to help me sleep all night? Are they going to help me have 3,000% more energy? Are they going to help me have a clearer mind? Are they going to help me lose weight? Like, what is the actual problem those supplements solve? What does your product, your process, your service actually, how are you going to get them the result? So people go, oh gosh, Pedro, okay, well, there's a lot of people, Pedro, claiming to help people make money online. How do you do it? I do it with challenges. That's how I do it. Right? Other people use other frameworks. So again, this is how you get to the micro niche it's really all of these things is how the micro niche is formed. It's not just picking a demographic. It's not just picking a people group. It's combining the people with the problem and your process. And now those three things together, here's how the micro niche comes together. Who is having the light bulbs go off? Let me see some comments right now. Who is having the light bulbs go off? Yes. So let me show you again how the first time I ever did it, retired and free. I was a financial planner working in a very, very mainstream industry, very competitive, selling a commodity product that anybody else could sell. Hear me. I am literally selling a product that almost any other financial professional could sell them. So I didn't have some unique exclusive product. I'm in an industry that's thousands of years old. It's crazy highly competitive. And I went from not even being I went from being a new guy in town to owning the market. How did I do it? I got clear on one thing, my micro niche. 55 and older female nurses in this county. And if you heard from a few days ago, there was a few other elements about them that I kind of discovered as well. Okay. Most of them were single or divorced, and many of them were also faith-based. Even though I wasn't at that time even targeting only faith-based, it just kind of happened. I saw that trend. Okay, so if I want to give you my true micro niche, with back here, 55 and older, female, single, or divorced, nurses, Solano County, Northern California, very small county, that were faith-based. How's that for a micro niche? Guess what other financial planner in my market was doing this? Zero, none of them. And that's why I ate their lunch. What do I help them do? I help them achieve financial certainty, which AKA really is peace of mind. Number one fear of people in retirement is running out of money. That fear is a strong fear. It's a nagging fear. It's hard to let go of. So I help them achieve financial certainty, and they have peace of mind. And how do I do that? With our retired and free retirement planning process. And our process, yes, involves certain products that have guarantees, protects their principal. But also we have a process that clearly allows them to be involved in the decision-making process. You see? So now they better understand where their money is. We do some other things so they can clearly see how long their money will last. We're using different assumptions and stress testing. So we have a process called the Retired and Free process that delivers on the promise of financial certainty and fulfillment. Okay? Guys, Russell. You guys all probably know Russell, have heard of Russell, heard of ClickFunnels for sure. I use ClickFunnels. All these awards back here that you're seeing, people come to my house and they're like, dude, are you like a musician? I'm like, no. This is just, so all these gold records and my 2 Comma Club X, that platinum, all that comes from Russell and the ClickFunnels. That was Russell's idea to create a movement, to give entrepreneurs a reward system to recognize the results that he wanted people to achieve. Getting people to pursue an incentive and then acknowledge them for achieving it. Guys, that's super brilliant. So Russell, I think he would say that he helps entrepreneurs. That's his who. Well, Pedro, that does not seem micro-niched. Well, it's not. Because Russell's now built a massive company and now he's at a place where he's, able to have a much bigger niche. But that's not how it started. Russell started building funnels to sell a potato gun. We've probably all heard the potato gun story. So it didn't start by trying to help everybody. He started by helping himself sell potato guns to make an extra couple dollars while he was in college. Okay. But now he's helping entrepreneurs. Do what? Make money online. Well, Pedro, there's all kinds of people making money online, different ways. But his way, ClickFunnels. With ClickFunnels. By having a funnel. And then hashtag funnel hacker. That's the identity Russell is giving his fans, his followers, his customers. T-shirts, stickers, all the things, live events, funnel hacker, funnel. That's the new identity that Russell is giving to his tribe, his audience, his customers. Okay? So this works for software. It works for anything. Here we go. Ladies, this is for the ladies, but guys, pay attention to. This is a friend of ours, Garrett and Danielle White, who you're going to be meeting. They're definitely coming in backstage, and they have built 2 industry transforming movements. Garrett with his movement, and Danielle with her movement. So, ladies, here's a before picture. Here I'm featuring Danielle, but here's a before picture of this lady. And that's her hair before. Like, Pedro, what's wrong with her hair? I don't know. But clearly, she wasn't happy with this. So this is what Danielle does. Danielle is, I'll ask her. I don't want to put work, but I just kind of was thinking about this. And I think, on the surface, Danielle helps women who want longer, fuller hair. That's her who. Now, I know a little bit about Danielle's business. I know what it costs. So this would probably be, not just all women. This is probably more, I would say upper middle class women and affluent. But she helps women who want longer, fuller hair. Boom, here you go. This is Danielle. This is achieve beauty and confidence. See, I can't wait to ask Danielle this. We've never talked about this. But I'm pretty sure Danielle doesn't just think she's in the hair business. I'm pretty sure Danielle knows that she's in the beauty and confidence business. What business are you really in? Can I just give you a little bonus extra credit question? Can I just give you a little some ninja stuff real quick, sneak it in for you? Most entrepreneurs don't even know what business that they're in. If you guys think Apple's in the computer business, you're wrong. If you think Apple's in the music business, you're wrong. Guys, they're playing a whole nother game. So I actually think Danielle would say that she's in the female beauty and confidence business, because that's what she has heard over and over and over. And how does she do it? You could probably guess with this picture, but she has a proprietary method of hair extensions called natural beaded rose. So Danielle has a very clear who, and this is how she was able to make a lot of great income as a hairstylist while being a very active wife and mom. And then what happened? Danielle became so successful using this method. What do you think she now has? Now she has a movement of where she's leading other hairstylists who are struggling, who are slaves behind the chair is the term that they use. Danielle has now become a Moses figure to hairstylists struggling, stuck in the salon all day, doing hair, cutting boys' hair, guys' hair, coloring, doing a million different things, not making much money, drinking caffeine all day and energy drinks and all kinds of stuff to keep awake and keep alert, then going home exhausted, burnt out, frustrated. Danielle's giving these women a brand new life. How? By teaching them how to become an artist. Artists doing hair extensions, working 3 days a week, charging $1,000, $1,500, $1,800 per client. And so do you see how she solved the problem for herself and then became now a liberator of other people? This is Julia Winston. You guys saw her. Julia helps Christian business owners achieve more profits. That's her what? In their business. And how does she do that? Well, by teaching these people how to pray with what she calls the kingdom way. That's her process. So that's her who, her what, her how. She had her first six-figure year in 2020, following our frameworks. This is one of my students. She had her first now six-figure month in 2021, following our exact playbook. She's been one of my students for I think over 2 years now, and she did all this on the back of challenges and following our micro niche framework. You guys met Stephen and Chelsea yesterday. Stephen and Chelsea, they help stay-at-home homeschool moms. Who what? Who what do they want? What's the what? They want additional income. They want to make money from home without taking time from their family. Because if you're a stay-home homeschool mom, guess what I probably know about you? Family is important. Or else you probably wouldn't be wanting to stay home and be a homeschool mom. So they have to have a way to make additional income, but that doesn't take away from the family. And unfortunately, sometimes a lot of other ways do. And what was their how? Launching an Amazon, fulfilled by Amazon business that they could do during nap time. And they followed our framework, followed our process. They're running challenges. They've now done 4 7-figure challenges in a row in an insanely competitive industry. Insanely competitive industry, the Amazon business. Guys, and then we did it here with Hunter X. I help, kingdom-minded entrepreneurs achieve what? Prosperity through being in family and community with what? Our Hunter X community and our proprietary 6-stake framework. That's my how. Who, what, how? Who, what, how? Write this down. Who, what, how? Who, what, how? Pedro, I'm confused. No, you're not. Who, what, how? Pedro, I'm stuck. No, you're not. Who, what, how? Pedro, what about my next step? Who, what, how? Who, what, how? Can I say it again? Who, what, how? So like, guys, this here, Gangster P, I feel Gangster P rising up. Gangster P would have you to know, if you cannot answer who, what, how, you don't have a business, you're not in business, you're not even on the playing field. Until you can answer who, what, how, you are in the stands watching other entrepreneurs participate in the real market. So, who, what, how is your ticket to the game, to real income, real impact. And guys, it's simply about being willing to make a decision. Every single one of you can do this and will do this in this challenge, because you gave me that. You made that promise to yourself. You promised me you'd be here, show up, and do the work. You're going to all have that by the time we're done here. With Crush It with Challenges, I help entrepreneurs who with what? What's from the what? Quickly, profitably start, grow, scale any business, any niche, anywhere, online, by crushing it with challenges. Guys, are you seeing this? Can I just, I can't see the comments right now. Can you guys tell me in the comments, are you guys seeing the power of who, what, how? So so now let's start to land the plane. You're like, oh my God, Pedro is going to be done in under an hour? Yes, I am, folks. Woo! Today's the day it happened. Today is the day. I'm so proud of myself. I feel confident we're going to be able to nail this puppy in under an hour. Here's your question for first question. Who is your who? What micro niche are you picking to serve? Underline picking, making a decision. Anybody, all of you can have a micro niche today by simply just picking one. You can pick one. You can pick this. You can make it just like I can right now go into a convenience store and I can just say, I'm thirsty. I pull over, get some gas. I'm thirsty. I walk in there. All right, I want some water. Great. I open the fridge. I can pick a bottle of water. Dasani or Fiji, whatever, Arrowhead. I say, man, I can't drink Arrowhead. I don't want to say bad things about Arrowhead and get sued, but I don't prefer Arrowhead water. But I pick. You make a decision. You guys can pick your micro niche today, tomorrow. You're in control. Your micro niche is not this thing out here that then just happens to you. You can be causal. You can actually take this conversation on and just pick and decide, make a decision. Question number 2, what outcome are you delivering? Or what problem are you solving for your micro niche? These are just 2 fundamental questions of being in business. These are fundamental questions of being in a business. And you're like, but Pedro, I don't think I have anything that I feel so confident in just yet. No problem. Guess what? That's where we all started. When I became an entrepreneur, I think 18 years ago, is that right? My math right? Yeah. 28, I became an entrepreneur. I wasn't the guy you're seeing today. I wasn't selling courses, coaching programs, and masterminds. I got my start in entrepreneurship selling real estate, selling people houses, doing appraisals, doing a service, doing loans for people. I wasn't the product. I was just someone who was earning commission selling a product. So guys, some of you are just putting too much pressure on yourselves to be the expert, right? I don't think everyone's an expert right now. I love that part of how Russell talks about the attractive character. One of those characters is you can be the expert, right? And you can be the expert, and you should be the expert if what? You have real expertise in something. I have real expertise with crushing it with challenges. I've done 47 in a row. No one's done more than me. So I can, in Crush It with Challenges, I, as the attractive character, it's an expert model because I actually am the expert. But some of you are like, Pedro, I don't have expertise yet. Well, guess what? Maybe you can be the host. You could be the reporter. You can just go find the experts, interview them, put them in a room together, create a mastermind, create a service where you just curate all the best content, host the party, right? I think a lot of us maybe you saw The Greatest Showman, right? The Greatest Showman was all about the circus, where he wasn't the main attraction. He went and found out all the other cool, crazy people fun and talented and unique, skilled people, but he put on the show. You can be the greatest showman. You can just host the party. You can be the connector and just get everybody in the room. You don't have to be the expert. You can sell somebody else's stuff. Guys, there are affiliate programs. You can be an affiliate for products and services you believe. The entire network marketing industry is built on this concept. The entire network marketing industry is built on this concept of here's an amazing product, try it, have a personal experience with it, have a personal testimony of how this product has changed your life, and all you can do now is just share your story of transformation with other people. It's not about you at all. It's about the product and the transformation. So simple. But now, guys, I want to just wrap up in our last 10 minutes talking about how you're going to now step into this. You know, I talked about this attractive character a little bit that Russell helped us understand was so key to mass movements. So now let me just wrap the last 10 minutes. Helping you think about how you, because some of you are saying, Pedro, I'm not ready to be a leader. I'm not ready to be a movement maker. This is just too much for me. I just want to make a few extra dollars from home. Can't I just, is there not just an easier way to make some extra money online? Maybe, but I don't know that. maybe, I don't know. You know, maybe you can flip baseball cards. Maybe you can go, you know, maybe you can go to the thrift shop and flip thrifting, and I don't. There might be, but if you want to actually start to build real skills, build a real business with literally just unlimited upside potential on your earning ability, on your impact, this is the game to play. This is the game to play. Okay. So I'm gonna encourage you. This is the game to play, and I would just start the journey now. And any one of you can start to lead, because a servant can become a leader. So the leader serves the movement, guys. So think about this. If you're having a hard time seeing yourself as this movement maker leader, then don't. See yourself as the greatest servant of all. Guys, I see myself primarily as a servant. I'm here to serve you. I'm here to serve this movement of movement makers. I'm here to serve this movement of people that I'm helping to crush challenges. My role as a leader is in service to you. Because if there's no you to serve, I don't need to be here, and I don't even have a business to run. The leader serves the movement, not the other way around. This is not about you becoming a guru. I'm not into the guru movement. I don't think you should become a guru. Gurus exist to be served. Gurus get served, right? It's like the king on the throne, feeding them grapes, fanning them. No. That's not what this is, guys. It's not about you. You exist to serve the movement. The movement doesn't exist to serve you. But Pedro, I mean, I'm running a business. Can I make money doing this? You can make great money doing this. You can make great income that is tied to massive purpose and impact and meaning. But at the end of the day, if you get this messed up, you'll eventually cannibalize, and the whole thing will start to go down. Okay? Maintain that mindset of you as a servant leader. You must be authentic, guys. At this point now, there is no room for hypocrisy. We live social media. Everyone has a camera on their phone. This is not going to be, I highly would recommend you not doing this as a shtick. I highly recommend you not having this other character. Yes. Like, well, Pedro, you have Gangster P. I am Gangster P. That's me. Like, that's not me having to be somebody else. I got some gangster tendencies, right? Where my passion takes over. Maybe it's being Portuguese. I grew up in a house with a lot of yelling, so in my mind, to me, yelling equals love, right? I could be wrong, but I have been hardwired from my youth, because I saw people that loved each other yelling at each other. So somewhere in here, I have this connection that if I love you, I'm yelling at you. And if I'm not yelling at you, I must not care about you that much, because so So guys, like, just, you have to be authentically you. Don't try to put on a persona and, well, I'm this person during the day and this person at night. Like, we don't need Clark Kent over here. It's not like Clark Kent and then going into the phone booth become Superman, right? Just be you all the time. Hypocrisy, guys, is the quickest, fastest way to lose trust. We saw this a lot in this political season, right? We saw a lot of hypocrisy on both sides, potentially, of this political spectrum. People that were calling for shutdowns and you can't do this and you can't do that, and they're on a plane flying to vacation. They're getting their hair cut, caught on video. Man, embarrassing. Guys, you can't just, you got to be about it. You can't just you got to be about it. You got to be transparent. You got to be willing to let people see inside. You can't keep these big walls up and it's like, oh, I want to be here, Pedro. I want everybody else to be far, far. Well, okay, that's fine then. Then maybe, you know, that's okay. But maybe then you should be selling other people's programs, products. Like, maybe that's fine. But I would say that people are looking, they want to be led by authentic people, that they want to know that they know the real you. And that comes through transparency and authenticity are the best currency to build trust in the modern era. That's a writer downer. Guys, you got to bring it 100% correct. You got to keep it true all the time. No BS, no exaggeration, no, so I'm telling you, like, just the truth always comes out. The truth always comes out. Plus, how can you be a leader full of massive certainty and confidence when you know you're BSing yourself and everybody else? So it won't work, guys. You just have to just own the facts. You got to own the truth of where you're at. You're going to hear more about that from my boy Garrett in backstage. That's a huge part of just getting freedom and breakthrough in this area, is just being willing to own the 100% facts, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and not trying to hide it. Guys, you guys know I've talked about my failures. I've talked about being depressed. I talked about being millions of dollars in the hole. I've talked about the pain I went through. I talked about the better part of a year I spent battling suicidal thoughts. I talk about all that. I talk about all the stuff. People want to connect to the real you, and so let them do that. You guys, you got to embrace humility. I mean real humility, because man, oh man, oh man, not everyone's going to be nice. Not everyone's going to say nice things. You're going to probably have some haters. People are probably going to act up and say and do stupid stuff. And not all customers are incredible, right? So learning humility to be so that you can keep learning, to also keep listening to the people, what they're saying, because obviously you also want to be able to get real feedback from them and not think you know it all. Sharing pain, guys, with stories and emotion. Okay, sharing your pain. If there was this weight loss product that changed your life, share your story. Talk about how insecure you used to feel when you had the extra weight. Talk about how insecure you used to feel and how ugly you used to feel when your hair was all thin and breaking all the time. Like, you're going to have to give people details, emotion, enroll them with the power of your words so they know it's a real story. It's a real breakthrough. It's not just some script that you're reading off. So guys, to recap, we're going to land this plane. I'm going to really be done. I cannot believe this, man. Woo! Can I give myself a pat on the back over here? Man, oh man, we're going to get this thing done in under an hour. All right, guys. Day 3, question number 1. Who is your who? What micro niche are you picking? Pedro, what if I pick wrong? You can change it tomorrow. Listen, if you want to change your mind and make a better decision based on better information, no problem. You can pick again. You can try this again. You're not stuck. So pick away without any freedom, without concern that you're going to be stuck if you make a bad choice. You're not. No one's getting married. So you're not getting married to your micro niche today. You're just going to pick one and get started, because tomorrow you will get more out of tomorrow's training on challenges with having an end consumer, an end customer, a micro niche in mind. Okay. What problem do you solve? Or what outcome do you help people achieve? That's your homework question number 2 for today. And then the third one I just added. Are you willing to lead. Not do you feel, I'm not asking you if you feel like you're ready to be a movement maker. I'm not asking you about your skills, your experience. I'm not asking you about any of those things. This comes down to willingness. Do not underestimate the power of willingness. Everybody can serve because everybody can lead, and because everybody can lead because everybody can serve. This comes down to willingness. Are you willing to share your story? Are you willing to open your mouth? Are you willing to just follow this framework? Whether it's your own product or someone else's, doesn't matter. Because I can tell you this, I know for a fact, I've seen this happen in my own life and in hundreds and hundreds of our students. Your people, this micro niche, these people that you can specifically connect to and solve a problem for, they are already waiting for you to show up. And when you find your people, you're going to find your purpose. This is the path, guys. All right. So, Holly, let me get you back on screen here to share. But today, homework, guys, is one, make sure if you're watching this on YouTube or in another place, you got to go to moonmaker.com and be part of the challenge officially. If you want to win more prizes, guys, we're giving away another crazy prize tomorrow. I'm going to give away another one. I'm going to give away this Microsoft Surface Studio, this incredible computer that I run all of my challenges from, all in one with this amazing 4K camera. I can draw on the screen. I can do some really cool stuff. I'm going to send one of you guys is going to win that tomorrow. This is like a $4,000 computer, guys. But you got to text movement to that number. VIP, my team did not yet pull the page down. So they were supposed to do that at midnight. So if some of you want to sneak into VIP, if you want to hear more from Danielle, who I talked a lot about today with her hair extensions and her movement, and Garrett, who I talked about today, and Russell and some other amazing people. Guys, today we have Hal Elrod, the Miracle Morning movement maker himself. Hal Elrod, who literally started the movement around Miracle Mornings. He's going to be our guest in VIP backstage right now. So you can sneak in, last few can sneak in here at moonmaker.com, VIP 2021. You're going to go ahead and get all the recordings from the last 2 days. You'll get those, plus all future stuff, and that book from my good friend John Acuff on how to overcome overthinking. I want you guys to go live in the Facebook group. Tag me. I want to hear your questions. And so do your peers in the group. And then you've got Pedro and Gangster P waiting for you at crushitlab.com, where you can fill out all of these questions on crushitlab.com. And when you do, they're also going to be emailed to you for your record. So, Holly, go ahead and come on screen with me. You can leave this deck up, because right now we're going to give away, one of you is going to win Crush It with Challenges, the absolute best and only training program of its kind to help you crush every single thing you need to know to crush your first or next challenges. How to design them, how to run them, how to scale them. Holly, who is going to win that awesome prize today worth well over $5,000? Who's going to be?
Are we sure we're ready for this?
We're ready, because I want to be done. It's 10:01. See, I promise.
This is a really, really big deal. Okay, so our winner.
Who is it?
Susan Main from New Albany, Ohio.
Boom. Susan
Main. Congratulations. I will be texting you, so watch out for that.
Okay. All right, guys. Holly, put the screen back up. Guys, all right. This concludes day 3. Woo! And we did it. We did it. I think we delivered a power-packed hour of training that should have now been putting all the pieces together for you. Be back here live tomorrow at 9 a.m. where I'm going to start to show you how you can now put all this together so you can crush your first or next challenge. Now we're going to get into challenge marketing from this day, from tomorrow all the way forward. This is your day 3 assignment, guys. Connect, do the work, answer the questions, engage. There's no transformation without application. And for those of you guys that are in VIP, or those of you guys that are going to hurry up and join last minute here, let's go backstage with the Miracle Morning man himself, Hal Elrod, and my co-host, John Lee Dumas. Guys, I love you so much. This wraps up day 3. We'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. for How to Crush It with